What a fantastic event. Thanks to everyone in Scale. Thanks for all of us. We love working with Scale Computing and we really appreciate the partnership. Albert Einstein was once asked, what's the most powerful force in nature? His answer, compound interest. That might seem like an odd way to begin a talk about AI hardware, but if there's one message I'd like you to take away from today, compound investment wins. I'll explain more what I mean by that later. I'm proud to lead growth at Simply NUC, and before we dive into business, I'd like to tell you a bit more about myself. I have a funny accent. I'm from Ireland. There's no subtitles, I'm sorry, so you'll have to keep up. Embarrassingly, this is me as a teenager. I'm really passionate about music, and this is me singing. I'm not going to sing, don't worry. In my band called The Gruff, we thought we were cool. We weren't cool, and we never quite made it, but here we are. And maybe more embarrassingly, this is me learning to play flute. Now, trust me when I say, in Ireland, it's the tough guys who play flute. That is true. You'll have to check it out. When I hear the word scale, it reminds me of all those hours of practicing and running up and down notes to learn the instrument. I still play a number of instruments, but I was fortunate enough to study music before moving into computer science. At its core, music is about harmony. It's the fusion of different instruments, notes, and rhythms working together to create something far greater than the sum of its parts. But the real magic, it starts with the composition, the code. That same principle is how I think about technology. When the right elements align, hardware, software, and architecture, you don't just get functionality, you get an experience. So, how does 16th century music relate to edge computing? I hear nobody ask. Well, let me take you back to 1570. We're a very cultured bunch, aren't we? Poetry yesterday and music history today. Somebody's trying to tell us something. This is Thomas Tallis, an English composer. And he did something extraordinary, something we might now call, he hyper-converged music. Bear with me. Before Tallis, music was pretty much all monastic chanting, linear, unlayered, and solitary. He changed that, him and some of his pals, but he changed that. He wrote a piece of music called Spem in Alium. It's a piece of music for 8 choirs, each singing in 5-part harmony. Bear with me, that is 40 independent voices performing simultaneously without any instrumental support. Think about that. No reverb, no AI mixing software, no error correction, no Shazam. Just pure, breathtaking synchronization. But here's the key. Tallis may have written the code, but without those 40 trained voices, 8 conductors, 1 master conductor, it would have been just dots and lines on a page. I want to just go through that again with you, because I want you to see the masterpiece for what it is. Before Tallis and some others, music was linear and simple, like this. Then we got 4-part harmony, but this was 5-part harmony. Four wasn't enough for him. He brought beautiful layers and scaled working together. But that wasn't enough for him either. So he went to this for one single piece of music. He created a masterpiece of complexity. 5-part harmony in 8 choirs performing simultaneously 40-part harmony. I encourage you to go and listen to the piece of music, Spem in Alium. The world had never experienced anything like it. It was, and it still is, spine-tingling. And so, seamlessly to edge computing, harmony is our new advantage. World-class ideas like Tallis's composition or today's AI models are only as powerful as their delivery system. Would we get the same goosebumps from 8 high school choirs performing without any training? I doubt it. So in the same way, World-class AI workloads demand world-class infrastructure. They need optimized, orchestrated, purpose-built delivery. Hardware that's ready to perform anywhere it's needed. Like Thales's masterpiece, it's not enough to have brilliance in one place. You need the whole orchestra working together. The right people, the right systems, the right moment. Like what we heard about earlier from Royal Farms. In today's world, the edge is where the new music is happening. Not in giant, distant data centers, not locked behind layers of virtualization that can't keep pace. The edge is real-time, real world, right here, innovation. To create that spine-tingling moment, I believe there are 4 key elements that must align, that we must get right. Let's go through them. 1, edge is a platform play. Excuse the pun. The edge must meet a diversity of needs, from AI-driven analytics on a manufacturing line to patient monitoring in remote healthcare to retail intelligence on a shop floor. Scale computing delivers the code, the masterpiece. Simply NUC delivers the stage, ruggedized, optimized, ready for anything hardware that makes it possible. You can't run a symphony on broken instruments. You need hardware-ready platforms, performance-ready platforms on performance-ready hardware. Number 2, edge is a land and expand play. Edge computing is about starting smart and growing fast. Today's pilot becomes tomorrow's business-critical system. That's why our solutions are designed to be modular, scalable, and efficient. Ready to run, or ready to land small and expand massively without forklift upgrades or IT chaos. I love that picture earlier of the NUCs hanging over the sink. With Simply NUC hardware running on scale computing, you're investing in flexibility without complexity. Number 3, and here we are. Edge is a partner and ecosystem play. Every industry is different. The edge must flex to them all. Manufacturing, healthcare, oil and gas, smart cities, retail, logistics. It takes ecosystem thinking, not just general purpose IT. That's why we partner with Scale Computing and a growing ecosystem of innovators to deliver niche solutions built for real-world edge environments. There's no one-size-fits-all virtualization here. There's tailored, right-sized infrastructure for every challenge. And finally, number 4, edge is a strategic investment journey. Back to Einstein. Edge computing is a compound investment. Every node deployed today is part of a smarter, faster, and more resilient digital fabric tomorrow. Now is the moment to be strategic about your entry point. Choose a platform that simplifies deployment. Choose hardware that's ready to grow with you. Choose partners who think about your journey, not just your purchase. Because the business value of edge will only increase, and those who invest early will own the future. It's no longer enough to centralize everything and hope for the best. In today's real-time economy, the winners act where business happens, at the edge. It's the Turing test, right? In order for us to have the relationship with AI, we've got to have the compute living where people live. Across industries, we're seeing this shift play out. Let's take a closer look. In retail, speed, precision, and experience are winning loyalty and driving profitability. Simply Robotics, for example, they use Simply NUC-powered robots. In major retail chains, if you've been to IKEA, you might have come across some of these robots. Their autonomous robots are patrolling store aisles, tracking inventory, detecting stockouts, and ensuring pricing accuracy in real time. They don't send every scan back to the cloud. They think, act, and decide at the edge. Royal Farms, we heard from earlier, they've deployed Simply NUC devices. We saw them in the pictures, running Scale Computing's platform across their entire footprint, from point of sale, digital signage, Back-of-house operations, Royal Farms are delivering a unified, resilient, edge-powered customer experience, store by store, second by second. Simply put, edge isn't coming to retail, it's here, and it's driving results. Empowering clinicians in healthcare, this demands security, reliability, and speed. For example, Intermountain Health, they're pushing the boundaries of smart hospital technology. And Simply NUC hardware is helping them to deploy edge compute for clinical data management and real-time patient monitoring closer to the point of care. Andor Health, an innovator in AI-driven virtual care collaboration, also leverages Simply NUC. They're running HIPAA-compliant AI assistants at the edge to improve doctor-patient engagement and streamlining clinician workflows. It's really impressive. In healthcare, the edge isn't a nice-to-have, it's mission-critical. And Simply NUC hardware is ensuring secure, reliable, ready at every moment for every patient. How about QSR? We all love this one, right? Hi Auto and Bojangles, Bolinda, they're using Simply NUC edge clusters to power AI-enhanced drive-thrus. I don't know if any of you have used them. They're impressive. You shouldn't notice. Speeding service and improving accuracy at peak times. Starbucks, leveraging edge systems and dynamic digital signage, menu management, customer personalization, all processed at store level. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, they're using Simply NUC hardware in programs for in-store kiosks for video analytics, AI-enabled ordering systems, next-generation drive-thru experiences, reducing friction, boosting throughput, enhancing customer satisfaction. This is real-time video, real-time AI, and real-time revenue. The future of fast food lives at the edge, and Simply NUC hardware, we're delighted to make that foundation happen. Those who deploy quickly adapt flexibly and focus relentlessly on delivering at the point of need. In order to deliver AI workloads, we need edge-optimized hardware that powers these transformations. And with the right orchestration layer running on these systems, your success at the edge is inevitable. This is not just an evolution, it is a revolution, and it's already underway. So at Simply NUC, we ask ourselves, okay, how do we serve better? How do we help our partners and our customers serve better? Well, the businesses who serve better are the ones who, remember, invest smarter. Better service today starts with better visibility and faster action. Not later, not someday, but right now. Einstein believed in the power of compound investment. Start small, serve smarter today, and grow your capabilities steadily. Every insight gathered, every second saved, every customer delighted, it all adds up. Serve better now, and you'll build an advantage that competitors cannot keep up with. Okay, Ryan, well, but how do we scale smarter? Well, scaling smarter means investing at the edge, starting today and then building on that foundation over time. Traditional IT has said, let's make a massive investment up front and hope for the best. That's risky, that's rigid, and we think that's wrong. There's a different path now. Right-sized, right-now deployments, expandable over time, compounding value and resilience as you grow with it. Land today, expand tomorrow, and win forever. But how do we stay ahead of the curve? Surely this is commoditized hardware, as somebody said earlier. Well, we don't think so. You don't stay ahead by standing still or waiting for the perfect moment. Most enterprise organizations are struggling to determine the ROI on AI investments to date. Isn't that crazy? And in fact, in 2025, investment in AI has actually slowed, would you believe, in the enterprise. But those who invest early, they compound capability over time. These are the ones who outrun and disrupt. Our job is to empower you to stay ahead, not through risky bets, not through oversized investments, but through strategic edge deployments that grow with you, not against you. Small wins today mean unstoppable momentum tomorrow. Who remembers this? I'm going to take you back for a moment. Let's go back in time, not as far back as 1570. We remember Kodak, right? So for most of the 20th century, they were photography. Their name was synonymous with memories, moments, and magic. But then a shift happened. Digital cameras, the cloud, the smartphone. And Kodak, they invented the digital camera in 1975, but they shelved it because they were worried it would disrupt their existing business. By the time they tried to catch up, it was too late. The moment had passed. An iconic brand was gone. Why? They saw the future, but they did not invest in it. How about this one? Friday night, you walk into a Blockbuster, new releases on the wall, you can smell the popcorn. Amazing. Blockbuster was more than a business. It was a ritual. It was part of the culture. But then came streaming. Netflix came along. Blockbuster had a chance to buy Netflix for $50 million, and they were laughed out of the room. Now there's one Blockbuster left. A museum piece, a punchline. They saw the future, but they didn't invest in it. You see the theme? Or how about this one? Who had one of these? Yeah, me too. There was a time when you weren't serious about business unless you had one of these clipped to your belt. It was the gold standard, the gold badge of tech, right? We were all these shows, these clipped on our belts. They didn't believe people would want a full screen in BlackBerry. They didn't think apps would matter. They held onto the keyboard while the world moved on. The iPhone launched. By the time they pivoted, no one cared. They saw the future, but they didn't invest in it. These are more than stories. They're warnings, because it's not just about technology, it's about timing. Seeing the future isn't enough. We have to invest in it. At Simply NUC, we're not preparing for what's next. We're building it now. With our extreme edge technology, we're creating a future infrastructure for AI, automation, and modern businesses will run on it. But this isn't about us, it's about you. We have a choice to do what's easy or what's necessary, to hold on to what's familiar or what's next. Okay, so I've talked in metaphors and told stories, but on to the good stuff, the hardware. Who doesn't like hardware? I have something exciting. I've got a few exciting announcements to make, and I couldn't think of a better event to make them at. I want to talk about 2 new products in our portfolio. Building on our commitment to expanding our Extreme Edge offering, we're thrilled to announce the Simply NUC Extreme Edge 2300. This powerhouse, featuring the new AMD Ryzen AI 9 processor, is engineered to excel in AI tasks, delivering an incredible 80 TOPS of AI performance. It's packed into the same compact chassis of the EE2000. You can come and see that at our stand. It's a true game changer. We've added essential features like built-in Wi-Fi and LTE for seamless connectivity, and we boosted storage through a 3rd NVMe drive. It's now got convenient toolless access, and critically for industrial applications, it maintains its robust operating temperature range of -40 to 60 degrees C. Actually, if you don't know, in some of our Extreme Edge offering, it runs from -40 to 80 degrees C, which is really impressive. But I'm even more excited about this one. I want to introduce our new Extreme Edge 9000 series. This is the 9100. We're taking state-of-the-art data center technology to deploy at the edge. To achieve that, we needed to break the form of traditional rack mount design and make it more compact, more ruggedized. So we're pushing the design and designing it from the ground up. We're determined to push the capabilities to the extreme, so we're maxing compute, memory, storage, and networking. Edge server does not have the cozy conditions of the data center. I didn't know we were going to see that picture earlier with the rain coming in on the sink, but it's perfect. I wish I had it for this. We've minimized the required service and made service easy and tool-free. With industrial-grade fanless PSU here, we reduce the number of fans and make them hot swap. That's really important. I'll come back to the fans. Edge servers have a high diversity of requirements. To address this, we've made this server highly modular. The motherboard is minimized to include only the essential CPU, RAM, and I/O through flyover cables, and the electronics compartment has no airflow inside. All heat here is conducted away, so there's no contamination or dust accumulation. I've talked to a lot of you about that at this event already. Here, the I/O is partitioned with multiple interchangeable boards, and there's a 1U half width, and 1U can include 2 independent servers or 2 servers with a fabric backplane. Cooling. I said I'd come back to it. Cooling here is unified and optimized with a gigantic wind tunnel heat exchanger. And high-performance fans are doing a push-pull configuration, supporting both front to back and back to front. This edge server is designed to power demanding applications at the network's edge, making it ideal for advanced edge cybersecurity, for example, high-speed data processing, and threat detection directly in operational environments for applications like data analysis and portable cyber hunt kits. Or maybe accelerated telco edge processing, performing high volume data processing and reduction at the base of cell towers to improve efficiency and reduce backhaul traffic. Or high performance industrial automation, hosting complex virtualized industrial control systems like DCS, SCADA, or Mesmon, and data processing locally at manufacturing and industrial sites. We're really excited about this product. Okay, we've covered a lot today, but if you take away just a few key ideas with you, they are these. The world is moving faster than ever. We know that. Traditional systems can't keep up. We know that too. The edge is where the opportunity now lives and where decisions must be made. That's why we're all here. AI optimized hardware must be flexible, scalable, and reliable. It must be made and available anywhere you need it. Strategic investments are important. They compound into transformational advantages tomorrow, and we must think like that to get ahead. We're delivering business-critical infrastructure that bring AI power to every place of business that needs to operate securely, reliably, and at the speed of now. Because in this new era, success belongs to businesses that are fast enough to capture the opportunity where it appears, flexible enough to scale without friction, and focused enough to transform insight into action at the edge. And the good news, you don't need to wait. We've seen it. AI-optimized hardware can be anywhere you need it today, tomorrow, and beyond. The amount of data that is going to flow to the edge is going to give us opportunity and problems that we can solve. So let me ask you, are you ready to unlock your potential by bringing AI closer to your customers, your operations, and your opportunity? Because the future will be decided at the edge, at the intersection of data, insight, and action, and those who move first will win first. At Simply NUC, we're not just delivering hardware, we're delivering AI-optimized, edge-ready systems. We're designed to meet wherever your business needs to perform. So let's invest smarter together. Let's start small, but scale fast. Let's grow smarter every day with AI hardware anywhere you need it, at the speed your customers demand. Thank you.